Hi, and welcome back to I Confess with Travis. I'm your host, Travis Bartlett, and today I'm going to be talking to a person where he feels like he's basically living in a school where they are very, very, very strict about things that they cannot do in school. So let's go ahead and call him up right now. All right, so how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, besides being destroyed by the school in Chinese high
Wow.
school. Yeah, besides that, mentally good, physically good. What can I say?
Yeah,
So what about you?
I'm doing good. I can't complain.
So you like you are living in the States. So I
United
have to
States.
complain everything about my school. Yeah, everyone in the world knows like there are two country
Mm-hmm.
whose information and the internet is highly restricted and have a very strict censorship. Like there are two countries,
That's how every school
China
is.
and North
It's.
Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
and
how every school is. Like, let's
yeah,
say, I mean, I'm not
live
trying to
in
make it sound this stupid, but like, if you was to watch, let's say, porn or go on Facebook, it's basically blocked from any website. But when you're at home, you have access to everything.
blocked. Yes, like you know, I'm not actually allowed to use this Omi TV to talk to you because it's also be banned.
Mm-hmm.
Discord, YouTube, Twitter, now X, and Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and TikTok. It's not. We have a Chinese version, but
Right.
the TikTok, like the outside of Chinese version,
Mm-hmm.
it's all banned by the government. It's just so frustrated.
Yeah,
And
they've been talking about
what
this
is
here in the
more
U.S.
frustrated is yes. What is more frustrated about it? It's like I live in a society which you can't really think critically because they didn't teach you in the first place because the high school in Chinese is like pretty crucial.
Mm.
You have to like your day is fully scheduled. You barely don't have your own time here.
Mm.
Your breakfast time is scheduled. Your lessons like you need to have like 5 lessons on the morning and 4 lessons in the afternoon.
Right.
It's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you tell me about it. Like this lessons, every lesson is different. You have like have seven, oh, it's like 6 subjects
Mm-hmm.
in a day.
Right.
Chinese, English, math, and physics, chemistry, biology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6 of them you have to learn in a day.
Right.
And after that, yeah, you wish, okay, I have all these lessons. Oh, I can off the school, right? No,
Right.
you can't. You basically live in the school. You can't go out. You just need to study the whole night from like 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. This 4 hour, you have to put your butt on a chair for 4 hours. You can't even do the things that you want. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
want to go.
Like, you can't just do whatever you want.
Take a pee. Yeah, if you want to take a pee, you have to report. Teacher, I want to go to the bathroom or do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even go out to take a walk. You just need to sit there and write your homework. And this homework you can't even be finished because it's beyond your every student, like beyond the human's ability to finish them. It's impossible to finish them in 4 hours. You have to like push them the next day to next day, and it's rolling bigger and bigger like snowball.
Mm-hmm.
it's getting bigger and bigger, and just like more and more. It's just like one time it will overwhelm you, and you become numbed, and just like listen whatever the teacher told you, and do whatever the teacher told you to do. Um, actually, I can change the expression. It's basically students are brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
It's basically brainwashed. We
like
barely have the freedom here. Everyone is. Yeah, you can say it.
I mean, it's like when you said by brainwashed, I mean, I understand how that works. Because, like, sometimes, like, when you're a kid, you might think, like, oh, like, Santa Claus, you know, exists, or the Easter Bunny, you know, and all this. But then as you get older, you're like, all this stuff, what we learned as a kid is nothing but a lie, you know? It's like we're hippies. Like, we kind of believe in it, but then it's like we realize it's not all true.
It's kind of like that. Because when I, trying to get some information from the outside world, like YouTube or whatever,
right?
And I just changed my mind. It changed my mind like instantly. It just like it broke everything I built, every concepts I ever built for like years, and it just suddenly all broke. You have to rebuild it from zero. It's just so true. Like we gain knowledge. We gain this knowledge from textbook, from the teachers, like from everything, but not practice to gain this exercise. It just doesn't make any sense. You learn this knowledge. Why? You're just trying to use them, to implement them.
Like they're trying to get you into the real world.
Doing the test, and trying to get a high grade and pass the exam and whatever. If your ultimate goal in your high school is to try to get into a great college. Like what? You do all this stuff for 3 years and with one goal to get into college, and what? So what? What about after that? No one mentioned that. No one ever mentioned what are you going to do after you get a college.
Right.
It's so weird. Like they are actually just make you a screw in a factory. To made up like they make you like a robot, have no thoughts, and just work for the other people, work for the government, not for yourself, not for your family. Like just so strange. You like everyone just lose their passions or whatever in their life. It's just
right.
So what do you think about it?
I think it's really interesting that you're speaking about what schools are doing to kids, when it's like, I'm not trying to say it's torture, but it's like they're not giving you like a recess, like free time to do whatever. It's more like just strict, like they just want you to just stay in school like forever. It just makes it feel like you don't have the freedom to do whatever you want.
Yes, that's totally true. It's just like everyone is kind of like a prisoner, but they give you foods, they give you bed, lodging, and they give everything you need for survive, but not to live. It's a different things between survive and live. Right. It's really obvious. School only keep you survive and learn things and benefits them and brainwash you. Yeah.
Where I went to school, like here in the United States, we learn like just basic stuff, which is really interesting because not all schools are going to teach you about everything. And what is that? It's like they're only teaching you like very little information. like, see, even though I was in a special school program, we had to learn not just one thing, but everything in like one day through the entire week. And then it's like the next week we're learning something different. And then we get to the part where they start telling you on like how to like apply for a job or how to get a driver's license and stuff like that. That's basically the stuff that they're only teaching people on how to do so they can get into the real world. And let's say one day, if you graduate from high school, and then, you know, they're trying to teach you about like what you should do and what you should not do. You see what I'm saying? It's like there's laws of physics.
Like, you know, yeah, it's just like our school is trying to fill us full of this like knowledge, and the school in the States is trying to teach you how to learn.
Right.
And you can explore it if you like it. Like kind of ignites your passion to learn. Ignite passion. It's just trying everything and trying to ignite you and find your true passion. But it is not here. The education in our country is like basically mandatory. Sex subjects is required to pick up.
Yeah.
This is so sad.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've always have a desire, just like going to the States, study abroad. Yeah, that's what I want. You know, it's more like kind of acceptable for what you want to do.
Well, see, with me, because like I've been thinking about going back to school, like
basically
going to like college, and I was thinking about wanting to become a lawyer, but the school prices for that was going to be like $200,000, and there's no point I have that kind of money. Now the thing is, if I was to ask the government for the money for, let's say, like just for school only, then you got to pay all that back.
The student loan, right?
Yes, the student loans. And it's going to be a lot. Like,
just like kind of issue.
It's going to be a lot. Like, so I thought, you know, I got to find me a cheaper college where I can spend maybe like $10,000 just for like one school, you know, instead of have to spend $200,000, you know. I got to find something that I actually got to, you know, that I want, instead of actually what a dream that I want, you know.
Yes. So it's kind of like a choice.
Right.
If you want it, like I said, if you want to be a lawyer, like you want to be a doctor, kind of things, going to college is a good idea.
Right.
It's a good choice. But if you want to like create your own career, being an investigator, like doing some internet business, then it's like useless. In my opinion, it's useless to go to college, because what you all you want to have in the college, it's just a piece of paper.
Right.
That just prove you have got to that college.
Right.
I think that's basically it is. So, what are you doing now? Like, instead of going to college?
Well, right now, since I couldn't go to college, I've been working on some hobbies. So, knowing me, my real dream was to actually get, you know, to be on TV, have like, you know, have my own TV show, movies and stuff. But I couldn't get a hold of any producers and stuff.
That is so true.
And I got so mad because like I kept emailing people like left and right. I mean, when I tell you, I've been emailing, texting, phone calls, voicemails. I mean, you name it all. I've been trying to get a hold of people, and not one person's been responding back to me. And I was just got so mad. I said, you know what? If I'm not gonna get put on TV, I can just start a YouTube channel, which I did. And I started making like these comedy stereotype videos for 5 years. And then I started doing my own series, and now I'm doing a podcast. So, you know, at least what I'm doing is that, like, I would like to, let's say, like, leave something behind. So let's say one day if I die, then one day people might go on here and think like, ooh, you know, this guy's got a really good talent, you know, and you know, and all this stuff, because I wouldn't like to leave all that, you know, in the past. So when I die, like, you know, so it's like I want someone to like remember me, you know.
Yeah, that's basically what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's
like have a history.
You know, yes.
You there? Oh crap, I think I lost him. I think he might have gotten disconnected. I don't know what happened. Technology, right? They say they're making it helpful for us, but it's just making it worse. What a bunch of lies that we're living in. Anyway, I did like how this guy was telling me a story in Japan where he felt like he had no freedom to do whatever. He had no freedom to to do anything. I mean, the way he described it, like he couldn't even use the bathroom without being told that you can't, you know? And I mean, I just think, you know, for schools like that are like pressuring students. And when I was in school, I actually had the easy life. Cause like when I was in school, we would always go on field trips like every other week. We would get homework every single day, including the holiday breaks, which was ridiculous. Cause knowing me, whenever we get a holiday break, I'm one of those people who want to take a break from school, not bring a whole pack of homework to do like every other day. But it's just like on the weekends they never give us any homework, which is really crazy because, you know, who would love to do homework on the weekends? Nobody. Especially have to do homework during the holidays, which is really stupid. And between you and me, I've always hated going to school. I've always hated school. I was one of those people who wanted to stay home, play video games, go out to eat, go to malls, go shopping. But that was just me, you know? But I know some of you guys might love school, but to me, I hated going to school. Especially when you have to get up, get dressed, and then you have to go out there and catch the bus. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and then we'll go straight to my next call. Hi, welcome back to I Confess with Travis. So today I'm going to be talking to another person, and he is going to be talking about schools and colleges and how hard it is to get into schools and how schools are today. So let's go ahead and talk to this person right now. So how you doing?
Nothing much, just like, chilling, gonna talk about some topic,
Yeah. So I hear you got a story you want to tell.
Yeah, so it's basically, talking about education.
Mm-hmm.
And like, how it's important, but like, not anymore in this life.
Mm-hmm.
After high school. In my opinion, like, after high school, you should, like, if you want to go to college, it's a right decision. But it's like, you gotta have some good budget for it. Because, you might, like, face a lot of obstacles and challenges during it.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes you don't have enough money to pay your like bills and debt.
Right.
Yeah. And so as an advice, before you go to college, like take a gap year and like do find a job that gonna get you like good money and also try to learn a skill that you can work with a professional job. Like for example, like computer science, you know how to do programming. A lot of companies allow people to work there without a degree. They don't need it. So basically, what I'm saying is like college is a bit overrated. It's good for your education and everything and for the future, but it's not always the safest option you have.
It's
But
colleges are really expensive to get into.
yes, and
because
especially if you want to go to like that hard field.
Yeah, because like I was talking to the other guy about this, and I was just telling him, I said, well, I was thinking about going back to school, like wanting to become a lawyer, but they're wanting like 200 grand just to get into the school, and I'm like, who has $200,000
every year? Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that, and the problem with it is also the time. Like med school is like the least thing is pharmacy, and it's like 6.
That's not bad.
I mean, compared to other things, like if you're gonna be a surgeon, you got a lot of time to go.
Right.
I mean, I don't think you. Like from what I know is like med school doesn't have that much. It doesn't get internships.
Right.
So even while you're like studying, you can't work with what you're learning. It's not gonna help you. Either like money wise or getting experience.
Well, see, here in the U.S., they keep bringing up about what is it? Something forgiveness about the school. Something about schools and forgiveness. I forgot what it's called, but they were talking about that. I can't think of what they're talking about, but they were talking about like if you're, let's say, in debt or something, they're trying to forgive you or something. I don't know, but
yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah,
but it's very it's really hard.
Yeah, I know.
It's like buying a house, you know.
Technically, yeah. The odds are very low.
I was talking to this guy. Apparently, he said that he's actually in China. And he said that basically he's in a strict school district, which means like they don't have any freedom to do anything. Like the way he described it was like you couldn't even use the bathroom without leaving the class, is what he was trying to tell me, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have never heard of that. I mean, I know some schools can be strict, but not that strict.
I mean, yeah, that's like extreme. Yeah, and also like college comes with a lot of responsibility on
right.
Especially if you're like, I mean, like some people, their parents doesn't help them much.
Oh, I know.
They're just like trying to get them on their own way. Like, but it's not always the easy way to do that.
Right.
Not that way.
Right, it's not.
My opinion, if you go to college and you wanna like, I'm not gonna say drop out, but if you wanna take a break,
right,
that's the right choice.
Right.
Because when you're doing something that you don't love or you don't like all the time, you can get like frustrated and bored. And, like,
see, that's me. See, that's me. I get bored of just like if I was to do the same thing like every single day, it would just bore me.
Yeah, exactly.
And see, I'm one of those people, like, I don't mind doing that every day, but I would like to learn something else as I'm going, you know?
Yeah, like something on the side that adds up to it.
Right.
Yes, gotcha.
Not just simple things, you know?
Yeah. But, yeah, it comes with a lot of responsibility. Because you need to take care of everything.
Right.
Any fault is your fault.
Right.
You're right now an adult.
And see, right now, since the schools and, housing marketing and everything's going up,
yeah,
I'm literally just staying at my parents' house. I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm 32 years old and still living at my parents'. Because right now, I have been trying to find a house for next year's going to be my 9th year trying to find a house. And see, I don't mind living at my parents'. It's just, I need more room and space, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. The world is getting expensive.
Yeah, it's gonna keep going like that till someday.
You know what? You want to know something? I found this out on TikTok, and I didn't know if you actually saw the video, but they were talking about back then, let's say the 1970s. They say you could buy a brand new house for $15,000 or $20,000.
Yeah,
but until
gold value.
Yeah, but when we got for this year today, it's you can get a house for $250,000, brand new or used, or $500,000.
10 times more than the past.
Yes.
It's crazy.
And see, with my parents, they think every house I look at is in bad areas, and see, they don't understand that. See, they think that I'd rather be in a good area. And I have to tell them, I say, even if you're in a good or bad area, things could happen. And you don't know when it's going to happen, you know? But they don't get that. So it's I'm over here looking at trailers, dirt cheap trailers to live in, you know? I mean, I get that they're looking out for me, and I get that they want me to be safe, but, right now, no, you're not going to be safe anywhere.
Yeah, it's like all the same all around.
I mean, all I can say is, like, you know, we just got to learn from what we got to do, you know?
Yeah. We just gotta live life how it is.
Yep.
Like, adapt to it.
See, I had a future that when I was like 24, like I said, I'm 32 now, but when I was 24, I wanted to go ahead and buy me a house, get married, and have kids. But since this whole housing marketing has gone, you know, skyrocketed, like really high, I feel like it's ruining my life. Like, I feel like I don't even have kids. Like, I'm just saying, like, I could have had 2 kids right now.
Yeah.
But see, I don't have any kids.
Are you married though?
No. I mean, right now I'm struggling on finding dates. Basically, every girl I date are nothing but stubborn, dumb, and what else? And just don't even want kids.
Oh, so it's like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
but it's all good. When you find the true one, is gonna be the actual one.
And see, right now, if I can't find me a date, I was thinking about maybe just adopting a child.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Not a bad idea at all. I mean, I don't mind making babies. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had sex before, but it's just if you can't find anyone to make a baby with, you might as well just adopt one. I mean, that would be Plan B right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you so much for being on my podcast. I really liked your story.
Of course, anytime.
All right, bye. All right, so I like how this guy actually tells his story. I mean, the world we live in right now, it's hard. I mean, also expensive as well. But you know, it's like going to school, like college to get education. It's like you're paying like a lot of money. And like I said in this episode, it's like buying a house. If you're gonna go to college, you could be spending like $200,000 or $300,000, or just depending on what your budget is on college. And sometimes there could be some that could be like $10,000 or up to, let's say, 50,000 maybe. But like I said, it's like owning a house, and you're gonna have to have some responsibilities, and you know, it's hard. But anyway, if you guys actually like to be on my podcast, text 478-901-4445. That's 478-901-4445. And I will give you a link to Zoom, and we will be able to hear your story on this episode, on this podcast. All right, talk to you guys next week.